Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'm very excited because I've been wanting to try out this hairstyle for so long. This hairstyle is kind of like, it's similar to butterfly locks, but I would say they're more so just like a distressed bob lock. But I did this technique where it'll help your hair last longer, because sometimes when you get butterfly locks, your hair starts to slip fast. But with this technique, honey, your hair is not going to be slipping. So this is more so like for a long-term hairstyle. This hair was sent to me by Youngther store. They're a new lock seller, crochet lock seller on Amazon, and their price was very good. So don't hesitate to use their hair to accomplish this hairstyle, because you may think, oh, this is a lot of extra steps to achieve this style, but honestly, or a lot of extra hair, but honestly it's not. And this method is going to make it super easy for you to accomplish this style, or to accomplish that distressed bob look that you want. So highly recommend doing this, especially for beginners. This hair turned out super cute, and I'm just excited to show you guys how I accomplished it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and start out with the supplies we're gonna need to do this hairstyle. So I received this hair from Youngther hair store, and it was very affordable, and they had a different variety of lengths of hair on their website. It comes with 6 packs of locks with about 21 to 20 locks in each pack, so it's more than enough hair, even some for your next hairstyle. And they also came with different clips and crochet hooks and even little accessories, which was really nice. In order to create the distress look and also cover up your roots, I got this 1B spring twist hair to wrap over the crochet locks, and I actually needed 3 packs of this, so I'm only showing you 2, but I needed 3 packs of 1B black spring twist hair if you want it as full as mine. This is optional, but I had some Bobby Balls new locks in the color 27 just for some little peekaboo colors here and there. And then of course you're gonna need some spring twist hair to match the color of the locks if you're using colored locks here and there throughout your hair. Now this is totally optional, but I actually wanted to use some human curly hair in the front of my head just to add to the distressed and messy look. So I'm going to be showing you how I sew them onto the locks, so that way you can have curly hair in the front, but this is up to you. So I started by free parting my hair and then plaiting up the individual sections that I want to crochet the locks onto. It's easiest just to get this out of the way first, so that way you can get the headache of parting done with. So I went ahead and left 4 locks out in the front so I can give you examples on how I install this hair. So with the first lock, I'm going to make sure my crochet hook is closed. And then at the same time, make sure that your crochet lock is open at the top before you insert the crochet hook into your plait. After your crochet hook is in your plait, the hook should now be open, and then you just put the lock onto it and close the crochet hook, pull it through, and then that opening, put your real hair through that loop and then pull it tight so that way it creates a knot on your scalp. Then you want to take your spring twist hair and fluff it out as much as possible. Once it's fluffed out, I actually split it into 2 and save the other half because we're going to use that to distress the lock in a minute. So with your first piece of spring twist hair, we're actually just going to be using it to cover up your roots and your plait, so that way you can't see your real hair. How you do this is you just put a small piece of the spring twist hair and put that against the lock and your real hair, and take the longer half and start to wrap it around your real hair and the lock. The key word here is to wrap and not twist the 2 pieces. You're just going to be wrapping the longer piece around all the way until you get past your real hair. Now that we covered up the roots, we're going to take the other half of the spring twist hair and place the smaller half onto the lock, and take the longer half and start to wrap around the lock. Here I'm showing you the thumb method. You want to wrap it around your thumb like this to create like a puckering effect, or like, you know, distress effect, and then you take the lock and wrap above it until it's secure like 2 times, and then once it's secure, you gently remove your thumb from that area that you just pulled out and then start to wrap below it. Now I like to alternate between my thumb and my index finger, so now I'm going to wrap it around my index finger and then take the hair and wrap above my index finger to secure it, then gently remove the hair from my index finger and wrap below it. You're just going to keep alternating between your thumb and your index finger, just so the distress is on opposite sides of the lock. I feel like it makes it look better, and just keep doing this technique all the way down until you get to the bottom of your hair, or where you want it to stop. Once you have wrapped and distressed to your desired length, I take my scissors to cut off the excess crochet lock, so that way it creates this bob look. Then if the ends of your hair is looking a little too neat, just go ahead and, you know, distress it a little bit, so that way it matches the whole vibe of your lock. Then I'm going to be showing you how to add the curly hair onto the lock if you want that more distressed bohemian type of look. So go ahead and take one of your locks. Make sure that you open the top of the lock to locate where it starts, so that way you're not sewing the hair on the wrong side of the lock. Go ahead and cut a piece of curly hair off the track. If your tracks are double wefted, go ahead and split it apart to create a single weft. This is just going to make it look less bulky when you wrap your hair and cover up the track. So then you want to sew the track onto the crochet lock right below where the opening is. And how you do that, you just take your normal thread and needle that you use to sew tracks in and just sew it on to the lock until it's secure and it's not like puckering or anything. It should be very flat. And here is how the lock is looking once the hair is sewn on and it looks like one piece. So now I'm going to take the lock that I just sewn the hair on, and I'm going to crochet it through my plait just like I did the first one. Put the crochet lock through the plait with the hook closed. Now that the hook is through, it should be open now, and go ahead and hook on the top of that crochet lock and pull it through the plait. It may not go all the way through because that track is there, but that's okay. We just need that loop to be open to put our real hair through, and then pull tight so that way it's secure on your scalp. You want to go ahead and take your spring twist hair, fluff it out again, and then split it into 2 sections. Take one of the pieces of spring twist hair that you split in half, and then from that piece, take the smaller half, place it against your lock and your real hair, and then take the longer half and start to wrap around the roots. And you want to wrap until the point that you cover the track of the curly hair. Once you cover up the track of the curly hair, you want to take your curly hair piece and place it back and clip it away, so that way you can start to wrap underneath it, because you want this piece of curly hair to stay out of the lock and, you know, create that distressed look. So pin it back and then keep wrapping below it all the way down until you cover up your real hair. Once your real hair is covered up, go ahead and take your spring twist hair and start to wrap below the curly hair piece, and it's going to be the same puckering or distressed effect. You use your thumb to kind of keep the hair outwards and then alternate between your index finger and just wrap above where you've pulled the hair out to secure it, and then gently remove the hair from around your finger, and keep alternating this method between your thumb and index finger all the way down until you get to the portion that you want to cut off the lock. Here is how the distressed lock is looking after I've distressed it. Then I'm just going to cut it off to match the other length of the other locks. At this point, you can also remove your curly hair piece from up top, and this is how it'll look as if it's just coming right out of your lock. So the last lock that I'm going to demonstrate for you is one of the 27 colored locks. I just put them in patches like underneath, and I'm just going to do one single one on top of my head. I'm going to put the crochet hook through my lock, and once it's through, it's going to be open. I'm going to take the 27 lock and put that onto the crochet hook, close it, and then pull it through my plait, and then I'm going to open up that loop and pull my real hair through, and then pull it tight so that way it's secure on my roots. Now I'm going to take a piece of spring twist hair and fluff it out. With colored spring twist hair, you really can't separate one piece into two because it's too thin. It's not as thick as the black one, so just use one piece of spring twist hair and do the same wrapping method to cover up your root and your real hair by just putting one smaller half of the spring twist hair, placing that on your lock and your real hair, and then take the longer half and start to wrap down the lock all the way until you pass your real hair. After you have covered up your root and your real hair, go ahead and take another piece of spring twist hair, fluff it out, and we're going to begin distressing it. So same concept, go ahead and wrap it around the lock and place your finger, your thumb, and wrap the hair around your thumb. And then to secure it, wrap above it, and then once it's secure, pull your finger out, wrap below it, alternate between your index finger, wrap above it till it's secure, then remove your index finger, wrap below it, and then go back to your thumb. Once you have reached your desired length, go ahead and cut off the excess lock and we are done. Here you just see me fluffing out some of the ends that are too neat for me because I want it to look distressed all the way down. So I'm just fluffing some of them out until they all look distressed. Here you see me using some of my edge boosts just to lay down my edges and to complete the style. So as you saw in the last clip, you can either wear your hair down or you could style it up in a half ponytail like I'm doing here. These locks are super full and super cute, and I definitely am in love with this hairstyle, and I hope you are too. If you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It'll really help out my channel and my videos to circulate. I would really appreciate it. Then also please leave me a comment down below of future hairstyles you would like to see from me. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button so that way you'll be notified every time that I post a video, which is twice a week, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, that way you'll never miss out on an upload. So thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. I'm so grateful for all my subscribers and my supporters who are always commenting on all my videos. Thank you. Love you guys. I will definitely see you guys in my next video. Bye.